Hi guys. This summer, if you're looking for ideas on ways to decorate your space that make it feel simple, modern, and minimalist, then you've come to the wrong place, because my style aesthetic is if Jafar from Disney's Aladdin married Scarlett O'Hara and they moved into Versailles. I am not simple and modern. I am complicated and old. And I don't mean mid-century modern old. New. I mean like ancient old. I mean like I decorated my room with Egyptian hieroglyphics as a child. I mean like I'd rather have a mural of cave art on my wall than look at a blank space. But I married a guy who is into the simple, clean, modern, elegant aesthetic. And we love each other. And we have to live in the same space. So if you're curious on how two star-crossed lovers from two opposite ends of the design spectrum can live together happily in the same place, then stay tuned, because this is going to be less of a decorating video and more of a visual diary of marriage counseling. My name's Chastine. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm trying to become a better homemaker one day at a time by making small improvements that hopefully will build up on each other. So far on this channel, I've really focused on cleaning and decluttering because those have been the most obvious areas that I need to work on. But today I thought I'd take a break from that and do some really fun stuff. Decorating. Not just any decorating, seasonal decorating. I love seasonal decorating. I've always loved it since I was a kid. And when I was a teacher, it was one of my favorite parts of teaching. I mean, other than like, preparing the next generation to make a better future for everyone and having a life calling and being fulfilling and blah, 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 blah. Other than that, I look so much forward to doing seasonal decorating. Not just because it's fun, but because it's a celebration of change. Change is good. Well, I mean, I guess it's not always good, but it can be good. And even when it's not good, you can't grow without change. And you should celebrate growth. I realize this may just be a defense against change. And maybe I'm a little delusional and I really shouldn't be decorating my house. I can already hear the negative voices in my head or out there that haven't happened yet. Chastine, why are you decorating? You're just recluttering what you already decluttered. Why don't you finish decluttering before you redecorate? And I hear that, but you can't spend your life waiting for things to be perfect before you celebrate it, or else you would never celebrate your life. And that's no way to go through life. You should always find time to love yourself, even if you're not where you want to be. You should always find time to love your house, even if it's not where you want it to be, because it's still your home. It's still where your family goes, and you should love it, even if it's not perfect. So if you're feeling discouraged in your homemaking and you feel like you don't deserve to decorate, don't listen to those negative voices. Do what you can, do what makes sense, and celebrate your home. Celebrate your life. So let's roll up our sleeves and let's get to celebrating. When I decluttered our entryway in the first episode of my decluttering series, I realized we weren't using half the amount of the hats that we were keeping out here in the warmer months as we do in the colder months. So I've been on the lookout ever since for a way to condense down these Dollar Tree boxes that, let's be honest, have seen better days to just one container. And I've finally settled on stealing this basket from our pantry. But before I install it, I want to test out what covering up the open spaces on the top of the shelf would look like, so I am temporarily putting some construction paper up here to see if we like that. And if we do, we'll replace this with something a little more sturdy in the future. But for now, construction paper is good enough. Once I've got the paper installed, I start playing around with the decorations I want to go with the hat box, which is going to be this cute little fake potted plant that was just getting lost in the jumble that is our office, and this picture of Tucker that we think looks like a Renaissance painting because of the way he's kind of tilted up to the corner and he's all in black and he's highlighted in kind of a candlelight glow. Yeah. Anyway, this picture brings us both a lot of joy, so I like to put it where we both can see it most of the time. Next up is the top of the dining room buffet, which, spoiler alert, I'm going to declutter in pieces in another video, but it won't be up by the time you guys see this. But anyway, because all of the furniture in this area is so dark, I really wanted to bring in some bright summer colors to the room while still staying in a limited palette to keep Jay's eyeballs from being just completely overwhelmed every time he walks in here. And I think I did a fair job of balancing out the bright yellows of the lemons and the flowers with the greens and the earthier neutrals in the vase and the elephant and the bowl. This elephant, by the way, is a piece that both Jay and I really love, and he was just getting buried beneath all the snacks in our pantry shelves, so I figured, for the summer at least, he could be given a more prominent position in the house where we could really appreciate him.
After I finish with the buffet, I move on to the dining room table where I think I did the best job of marrying Jay's simple modern taste to my more bohemian style. The floral I'm using here, along with the yellow flowers on the buffet, both came from my mom's house, by the way, and I believe these pieces are all still available at Hobby Lobby if you're interested. Next, I move on to the kitchen, which I'm kind of using the decorating here as a motivational test run for later when I get around to fully decluttering this area, because this adorable little lemon print pitcher I borrowed from my mother is a good bit smaller than the steel utensil holder I was using, which forced me to pick out my actual most frequently used utensils instead of just keeping everything I own in one jumbled octopus pile that explodes every time I try to take something out of it. Now, most of the decorative pieces here did come from my mom as well, like this milk glass candy dish thing. Is this a candy dish? I'm not really sure what this is meant for, but I'm gonna put limes in it. And the spoon rest and the dish towels, they all came from my mom too, along with this old cookbook that really ties in the bright colors of the lemon themed things and my utensils. And that brings us to the last area I'm going to decorate today, which are these new bathroom shelves that Jay got me as an early anniversary present, which I know, so romantic, but seriously guys, I really did ask for these. And you'll see when we get to decluttering the bathroom that they really do make a big difference in my daily life. And these fake potted plants, like the one I used in the entryway, were all just hanging out together in our office, just getting lost and unappreciated in a bunch of clutter. So I was really happy to have a new place where I could put them on display.
Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. I hope you had a lot of fun. I know I did. And if you're feeling a little discouraged in your homemaking, please remember to take some time and look at it through the eyes of somebody who loves you, because you deserve to love yourself and your home, even if it's not perfect, because nobody's perfect. But we all deserve love anyway. Love you guys. Bye.